Trip. All right, I'm gonna get to it, man. I guess they like all this monitoring stuff. You know, as much as I try not to even talk about this, I guess I gotta shine a little more light. So the reason why I would even continue to do videos, because sometimes I really don't be in the mood to do these. Because as much as I do, you know, I could be inside, but I like to move around. I got all these individuals in my face. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know, maybe one of these days I'll get a GoPro and really show the other side of the camera. You see all this weird activity every time I step out. Lights on, driving slow, looking in my face. Like, and then I be trying not to get upset or angry because I understand they are monitoring spirits. That's the reason why these videos could be, you know what I'm saying, found in a lot of places. It's not just me that say things, but like I said, certain people definitely have anointments and heavy callings on their life. And I believe this is one for me, because if it wasn't, why every time it seemed like, especially when I'm trying to make a video, is either somebody trying to interrupt me or they in my face. You know, I'm gonna really show stuff, and you tell me, is it coincidence? As soon as I walk out the house, I almost get hit by a car speeding, you know, behind tinted windows, etc. So it's like, I'm gonna be talking about a lot of little different topics, so just stroll with me, you know, while I'm being heavily watched, etc. Blinking lights, you know. I want to say, from the experience that I had and what I encountered, just opened my eyes even wider, you know, to why certain, you know, entities are trying to, you know, sabotage, trying to mark, laugh, stalk, you know, and persecute, oppress, you know, certain individuals. And not just that, it just really shows that it's definitely Star Trek, man, you know, as above, so below. And I really feel like I'm super protected for some strange reason. And it's going to be a lot that come behind messing with me. And I'm just going to put it out there. But also, I feel like even as much as I'm not trying to be out there, I'm not trying to be seen, you know, I'm not trying to cause a scene, it's hard, you know what I mean? It's like I stand out like a sore thumb, not just because of the mask or whatever, but it's true. Like, it's like Ripley's Believe It or Not. You know, I know what I've seen, and I know what type of lights, and I know what certain airplanes and helicopters and all kind of different stuff. I see them on a daily basis. You know, I'm in an area where I see all this, and I know the certain things I encountered, you know, is for me, and I'm gonna believe that. So at the end of the day, if anybody that's really relating to these videos got to understand, you may be a part of the gang stalking and the same old. You know, like these people, they can't stay out your face. It's just really in them. And next time I'm going to start sticking this camera in their face. You know, because you can see them just all around, just riding around. But I'm not going to put too much attention into them. They here doing what they need to do, but they know to stay away. But anyways, like what I encountered in certain things, ear ringings, etc. It just let me know that a lot of things that I was talking about is definitely, the truth is stranger than fiction. Because it's not a fairy tale. Like, it's real life. Star Trek is real life, different beings and entities, you know, that's already here in this realm. And people think somebody talking crazy. Ain't nobody talking crazy. A lot of these people know what's going on. Not every single person, but there are a lot of people that know what's going on. people are directly connected in the X-Files. You know what I mean? And maybe I'm just too deep for certain people, but I said this particular, sometimes I don't even want to talk about these things. It's just like I can't do anything without having certain experiences, and I found this a way to vent. And not only to vent, because I understand that there are selected individuals that's going through the same thing. What they call Satan is real. Like, this not a joke. Like, people I don't know, I can't tell you that I know the full understanding and meaning of life, because knowledge is infinite. So it continues, you know. I might have believed that we're studying this, and throughout a certain time it changed because I gathered more information. There's nothing about who's wrong or right. And there's not one person information, it's each one teach one. So I don't go back and forth trying to bicker with people about who was here first, who was there, and, you know, fighting over material things. It's low vibration. You know? All of us, man. I think every individual have, you know, guardian angels and watchers and things like that, just like the bad entities that are here, that we see all the time, that are watching us, that are watching you. But they ain't just only covering them skies up because of what you really think. It could be it's multi reasons, you know. People starting to see sightings and everything all around. But if something personally visits you, it may be a sign that you're a part of those ones. That's another reason too. I could have did this inside of the house. I could have did anything. I'm not letting a person make me feel uncomfortable to speak my mind or wear something on my face. You know, if they're intimidated or they mad or they feel away, that's their problem. I'm all about that war energy for sure, man. But I understand love is definitely the highest frequency. And that's the goal overall. These individuals, these entities are hateful. You know, they're greedy, they're hateful. You know, they think that they're above something that they're not. You know what I mean? And it doesn't make you superior because you could do something by force. You can actually, you know, overthrow the more superior type of people. So it's not about that. It's about who weapons are the bigger, who's sitting here destroying stuff. Because you got to understand, understand all that we are builders, but we are also destroyers when needed. A lot of these other entities, the disagreeable ones, they're mainly destroyers. You know what I mean? Like, they can hear me or not, but they're mainly destroyers, and that's what they do. You know, everywhere these entities go, there's always problems, there's always confusion, there's always people fighting, there's always wars, there's always misunderstandings. You know, racism, sexism, this person don't like this person. You know, it ain't about what you know, it's about who you know. It ain't even about talent. Nowadays, you got some of the underrated, even YouTubers, whatever other field out there that's super underrated and not getting the recognition that they deserve. So for the ones that's awakening, which is a mass awakening, you know, and the masses, the evil ones don't like it, but it's not just me. Some of us just are playing the higher positions. I believe that. I believe certain individuals are definitely higher in rank. And certain, you know, spiritual, I guess what they would label aspects. Because you'll know when you get to messing with somebody that's not bothering you, when you get to talking to somebody and then you start having bad luck and stuff start going bad in your life, that's a sign for you. It's a sign for you, man. Certain ones ain't got to do nothing at all to you. You know, you're just dealing with the wrong type of entities, and you bring a negative energy to somebody that don't have bad intentions. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've had conversations about deep intellectual stuff with all walks of life. From what you call Europeans, from what you call Mexicans. I come from a diverse place. And a lot of things that we discussed, and a lot of opinions, the things that I even talk about online, they agree with me for the most part. People may have their disagreements about stuff, but what would the world be if we all just disagree? I mean, just all agreed. You know, you could disagree without having a conflict. I can't stand violence or being violent. So when I have to be violent or protect myself and things like that, I go 10 times harder, because it's not my intention to be trying to fight and argue with somebody. I don't need to be giving off that type of energy. You know, I see people arguing and fighting and doing all this and debating about, you know, religion and all this. I don't get into that kind of stuff, because I just understand and understand and overstand that it's all a part of the program. So one thing I would not do is sit here and be debating with somebody about history, because it's exactly what it is. It's his story. They're gonna write it, the victor or whatever, gonna write it the way they want to. Doesn't mean that it's the truth. For anybody too that may have a unique supernatural story or experience, just know you're not alone. You know, I'm constantly trying to study and figure out things, but something just tell me, continue to do what you're doing and pay attention to the signs, because they're all around you. Just like the celestial bodies that they may call the stars. You better pay attention when some of that stuff moving. But yeah, so they watching, they know where you live, you know, they know if you're working, they try to figure out your routines, you know, and they monitor. And that's because you are a powerful being. If you wasn't, what are they doing? So I ain't gonna drag this video too long. It's just strolling with me, going through a few topics, talking about certain experiences. I was gonna get deep more into the chariot of God, chariot of the gods, etc. But I'll leave that for another time. I want to do more self-study and be more self-aware, you know, because I am aware and very alert. But you know, Satan has many tricks, you know what I mean? And also, you got to understand and understand that as much as I could be, or you could be, in your higher self, as within, so without. You could be in your lower self. Even a deity could get to the lowest point of being in a lower self, because both exist. Polarities. So I'm gonna end the video. Stroll with me. Like, comment, and subscribe. Support the channel. You know, sometimes I don't be in the mood to even drop content, because when I try to, it seems like I got a bunch of distractions bothering me or something going on, and it kind of throws me off from what I'm talking about. So when I try and get time to try to get a peace of mind, to drop these videos, leave a comment, share them, you know, yeah, Triple One's the guy I own us. Turn on your post notification. You know, support the real ones. I'm out.